Someone got arrested for drug paraphernalia. Somebody shook hands, buried the hatchet. Someone's done with their AEW run. Someone's back officially at WWE, and we will talk about
somebody has to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
somebody's got to go to the bathroom. We're going to talk about the pay-per-view tomorrow night. It's called AEW's All Out. And this is the All Effing Wrestling Show. Damn it, intern, hit the freaking music.
Stupid interns.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown. It's the
All Effing Wrestling Show
with your hosts, Canada Drive and the JFB.
Good morning, good afternoon. If I don't see you tonight, keep the dinner warm. How you doing? It's the JFB from Boston.
And we are going to talk about nothing until nothing is absolutely enough. We also are going to talk about all the effing wrestling. Yep. I am your bubbly son of a bitch. Touch your screen on this Saturday Night Revival. And of course, we got the All Out prediction show. We got a bunch of news for you. We got jokes. We got a backup goalkeeper. And of course, we have the Golden Graham himself, Joseph Graham.
He's got goals. He's got goalie gloves. I love it. Yes.
I came prepared.
That's the wrong sport. Those are not going to stop a puck. You're going to rip your hand off.
That's the world sport. That's the world sport.
Yes.
Okay.
Hockey is contained to Russia, Canada, and America. But World Cup, soccer is all over the world.
Look at Joseph. He's like frozen like a piece of ice.
And, of course, we got Joseph Graham. We got Joseph Graham joining us today. Joseph Graham, say hi to the kids out there in TV land.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
I think Joseph Graham is frozen.
I'm so cold right now.
I mean, it sounds just like him. It sounds like he's. It sounds just...
We're going to do the whole show just like this.
Hey guys, I just want to plug my website where I do a little bit of nude modeling.
Oh my God! Okay, we gotta get serious. Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness!
I do.
Where did I come up with this stuff?
All right, so let's get started. Holy Christopher Columbus! I am actually broadcasting from one of the offices at the FN Worldwide Media Studios. This is the business office where we do our business and stuff. So, Joseph Graham, we got black screen. All right, well, he'll eventually come in. We'll catch him up on the news, but that's before we get to anything. That's essentially what we do. We do the effing news.
Oh, he's gone.
I kicked him out just so we can load up again.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Effing news.
From the four corners of the globe, from our studios to your home, this is FNN, the FN News Network, starring Canada Drive and the JFB.
Oh, good morning. And we have Liam on traffic and sports on the 10s.
It's not really morning anymore, so this is like an afternoon news show, right? Yeah, like we can't even drink coffee.
What even day is this?
Coffee.
I got the no-name orange soda.
All right. So, what's your fact of the day, Mr. Canada Drive?
Okay, guys, you really got to pay attention.
Yes.
Now this is I'm a cat guy. I got the fruit cat.
Got fruit cat. Love fruit cat.
So I'm going to zoom in on myself here.
Yeah.
So if you want to communicate with a cat,
yeah,
and let him know that you're cool, you wink at him like this. You just go, yes. You just squint at him.
Yeah.
So if a cat's squinting at you, he's your friend. So everyone try and squint at the screen. Yeah, and the cat will like you.
All right. That fact of the day is brought to you by UHF Channel 62, where you can get all the great stuff like Conan the Librarian, Rambo, and Gandhi 2 back in action. UHF 62, tune in. So let's get to the news really quickly. For those who don't know, Clash of the Castle is happening right now as we speak. There was a heel turn, and Joseph Graham is back. There he is. He's back and live.
What's up, guys?
So there was a small heel turn at Clash of Champions. Pretty much the card went exactly the way I thought it was going to go.
It was very easy to predict.
Huh?
If we did a prediction show on it, it'd be very, very bland.
Yeah, it'd be boring. Velveteen Dream arrested while driving with drug paraphernalia. Here's a little update. Even if for some reason you live in a state where drugs are illegal, such as marijuana, or if you're in the Northwest, mushrooms and LSD, you don't carry paraphernalia with you in your car and go 95 miles an hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. You just don't do it. You're asking for trouble.
So wait, who was the heel turn on the Castle Clashers?
Like the most predictable heel turn of all time.
The one we've been waiting on for 6 months.
Yeah.
I've not even seen it, so I don't even know.
Well, you got to tell Graham. I got to tell the magician.
So, I mean, do you guys mind if I spoil it?
Go ahead.
Warning, spoiler alert.
Dominic Mysterio turned on his dad.
Okay.
He didn't so much join Judgment Day, but he did take out Edge and he did take out his dad. It was the most boring swerve. I think the shine on WWE right now, which is pretty high with Triple H. I think the shine's getting a little dull right now.
Yeah, it'll get a little dull each time as you know. They
I mean, to be fair, the heel turn doesn't make sense with who won. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, the other thing I was gonna say is that you talk about the dull. So right now they're at an all-time high because Triple H is bringing back all these fired wrestlers. So each time it adds a little bit of cred. But when you do a show like this, it kind of really, really hurts it.
Well, and I think here's the thing. I think once we get the technology to reanimate the dead, we might start seeing old school wrestlers show up. Andre the Giant Zombie. We might see Macho Man Zombie. I mean, when we can reanimate the dead, I think we're going to see some really great matchups. Who doesn't want to see Macho Man try to kill Hulk Hogan in the middle of the ring by eating his brains?
I'm down.
I'd pay $1 to see that. Kingston and Guevara, we talked a few weeks ago about their spat between each other. They shook hands backstage and buried the hatchet. Are they best friends? Probably not, but they're going to be cohabitating without trying to kill each other, which is always a good sign. Ospreay says he is finished with his initial AEW run. What do we think? I mean, do we think he might come back at some point? Do we have to wait till Forbidden Door? He might just pop in and out. What is everybody's thoughts on it? I'm going to go with Liam Wakeland first.
So first of all, I'm absolutely gutted because obviously I'm a huge Will Ospreay fan. I think he might bob back in once or twice, but I don't see it being like the Forbidden Door type thing. I think it'd just be a couple of matches and then who knows after that.
Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Graham?
I think we're going to get Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom against Will Ospreay. Okay. I think that's the next time we see those two in the ring together.
I'm buying that. Mr. Canada Dry, what did you think?
I think this is just a build up to Forbidden Door. I don't know how long Ospreay's under contract with them, but I can see Ospreay joining AEW eventually.
Yeah. So some of you might remember our conversation we had about the Control Your Narrative promotion, one starred by Braun Strowman and by EC3. No Canadian destroyers, no super kicks.
Is this the one where there's like 20,000 rules?
Yes. This is the one with a buttload of rules. While it seems Control Your Narrative has lost its, is the one who created it. Braun Strowman is back officially with the WWE. I'm going to say my take for last. I'm going to go with Joseph Graham. What's your hot take on Braun Strowman back at the E?
It doesn't excite me. I find him a very boring. Like, when your most over thing is you run around and shoulder block people outside of the ring, like, that tells me all I need to know about you. And I don't want to see you on my TV.
Yeah. Exactamundo. Liam, what do you think about Braun Strowman?
I kind of agree with what Joseph Graham said there. I'm not really excited that he's back in WWE. It doesn't really excite me as a wrestler. But hey, we're obviously Triple H in charge now. Are we something different? Who knows?
Yeah. Who invaded NWA last weekend?
Control Your Narrative did, but I don't think Braun was there.
He wasn't there.
It was because EC3 had a match on both nights of NWA 74.
That's true.
And on the second night, a bunch of CYN guys came in and sort of the match went to a no contest.
Yeah.
So,
Xander Dry, what do you think about Braun Strowman?
I think I like what Triple H said about him. He's a very polarizing figure.
Yeah.
But he's a great athlete.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed his work with Roman. But that's when WWE was still doing pretty well, storyline wise, and everything kind of flowing nicely. I think Braun Strowman is really victim of the shitty storytelling right now in WWE.
And Control Your Narrative.
If you treat him like a giant, he keeps his mouth shut. Maybe tape his mouth shut after every match. Okay, 24 hours. See you later. I think as an athlete, he's a hell of a guy.
Yeah. I liked him when he was Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds. I don't necessarily.
No, not him. That is not him.
That's my take.
Remember that scene when they're peeing for like 5 minutes?
Yeah. That's when you go for a pee break. I call it the Revenge of the Nerds pee break. The point in the movie when you can just go and pee. I liked him as Ogre. I really liked him as Ogre. I didn't really like him in WWE as Braun Strowman. As Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds, he was awesome. All right, so we have a new call-up. Silo Sakoa is going to be on the main roster soon. And, of course, being from the Samoan family of the Anoa family, he is likely going to join the Bloodline. What do you think about him joining the Bloodline? Canada Dry, you go first.
Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think that, initially you wouldn't think he fits in. Yeah. But as that kind of guy who's kind of like squirmy and like that worm personality, it works perfectly for him to like weasel his way to be the number 2 guy.
So what do you think about Silo Sakoa, though? He's the one that's joined. He's the one that's coming up to the main roster.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Sammy.
Yeah, no, Silo or Silo Sakoa from.
He is a blue chip prospect. Yeah. I think he could be your next Roman Reigns.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Joseph Graham, what do you think about Mr. Sakoa coming on to the main roster and joining his brothers?
I'm surprised he hasn't been called up already.
Yeah.
And honestly, if Vince was still in charge, I would fully expect him to win the US and IC titles and the Bloodline just have everything.
Yeah, so I agree. That's a good call. Liam Wakeland, Mr. Backup Goalie.
I think it's about time. I mean, he fits in so well. He's got the look, he's got the style. And I'm excited that obviously wrestlers are getting called up and hopefully they do get the push they deserve.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think he should actually join them though.
Okay.
Because like you have Sammy there and maybe have them go against him or something.
Yeah. Maybe winner
join
joins
them later.
Officially.
No, I think they should have Sakoa come in and join them after Sammy turns on the bloodline and goes with Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so great. Thunder Rosa actually offered to relinquish the AEW Women's title. It was told no by Tony Khan. And we talked about Thunder Rosa ad nauseum for a lot of weeks. I think she should relinquish the title. I don't think it should be an interim match. I think it should be a 4-way title match for the title.
Okay, good. Wait a second here. So you're telling me she goes, okay, I'm going to have my surgery now that I have to surrender the belt to Tony Storm.
Yeah.
So then she weasels her way and says, well, I can just give it up.
Yeah.
Of course, it's it's piano. She's saying things that she knows that Tony doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do that way because he likes the interim way of doing things. You got to do interim across the board if you're going to do it at all.
I agree. Oh, Golden Grams, what do you think?
I prefer the interim title. I don't think vacating titles does anything for anybody. So, like I said before, you crown the interim champ at All Out, and then as soon as Thunder Rosa's back, you have a ready-made story, just like you did with Punk and Moxley. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit of a longer story this time.
Story.
I'm sorry, what was that, Canada Dry?
Even when they had Cody and Sammy do it, they had a ready-made story. It writes itself.
I mean, if you're gonna say you're the alternative to WWE and you're more real sports based, interim championships are the way to go.
Yeah.
Mr. Wakeland, what do you think?
So I'm not really a big fan of the interim title stuff, but as Canada Dry mentioned there, if you're going to do it for one person, you're going to have to do it for them all. But should she have relinquished it? We could argue this until we're literally for the next hour. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll go through quickly with these two. Mercedes Martinez is injured. How you doing, Bree? Good to see you joining us this afternoon.
She's only coming to watch herself tell jokes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, they're good jokes.
Yeah,
They are.
Injured. A Steel fined for dropping the F-bomb. Let me tell you something. It's a good thing the SEC has no control over the internet because we'd be fined up the yazoo because we love the fucking swear. Gable Stevenson, probably the biggest pull from the NIL with WWE. Won Olympic gold, NCAA champion twice, I believe, or maybe 3 times. Is not progressing in training.
Well, you forgot one of his things he did.
What did he do?
He won a hot dog eating championship.
Gable Stevens won a hot dog?
Where was this?
Where would I?
Where was this?
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Oh, you
I was like,
fucking bastard.
I've never seen him at Coney Island on the 4th of July.
Totally knows I'm joking. Liam totally knows I'm joking, and you're like, when was this?
All right. So, what do we think about Gable Stevenson? Not really looking very good. Backup goalie, I'll go with you.
I'm a bit surprised. I mean, we've seen obviously what it was like before. Who knows? I mean, could he get better? I mean, we don't actually see him on a day-to-day basis, so nobody knows.
Yeah. Mr. Graham, what did you think?
I feel like he might be feeling the pressure of being anointed as the next Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Like that was definitely what the WWE is hinting at when they signed him to that NIL deal, talking about, he's a Olympic this, NCAA heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the edict of like the 6 months, if they're not improving, I think that may come around to bite them a little bit because not everyone's going to be able to improve and get better in 6 months. Wrestling isn't an easy sport.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Mr. Canada Dry?
I think that, he should enter a hot dog eating contest, and that'll bulk him up. No, really, I think that Gable Stevenson needs some in-ring action.
Yeah.
Like, go do some indies. Get get your name out there on the indies. Do some real wrestling, not this backroom bullshit.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like being on the indie scene.
Yeah.
In fact, pay him a hot dog and a Coke and a handshake.
All right.
So those payments, exposure, and a hot dog there, Canada Jack.
Maybe I'm a little hungry. Maybe that's just how my mind.
All right, so let's do one last one. There is legit heat between Riddle and Rollins. Apparently, it stems from Riddle's ex-wife talking about how the girls sausage eating way better than hot dogs. Okay.
Is she being sexual?
Is this sexual reference there? I'm not quite sure.
That's how I took it. So,
I wasn't sure where you're going with that.
Should I be showing this?
So apparently Riddle's wife, or his ex-wife now, mentioned about how the girls in WWE were all fat and flabby, and then used a picture of Becky Lynch to shore up her argument. Apparently Rollins took offense to it, being that he's married to her, they have a kid together. And so they went back and forth. So obviously this rivalry they have now kind of kicked up a little bit more about it. From what I hear, Rollins' comment about Riddle's wife leaving him, it was not written down. It was completely off.
So which one came first, the Becky Lynch or the?
Yeah, Riddle's wife bagging Becky Lynch, saying she was fat and flabby. So that's what started it. So,
well, how is Riddle supposed to control that? His wives yap.
Yeah,
well, you know what?
Yeah.
I think wives respond to shit that's going on. So I think there's something that we also don't know, because she wouldn't just say that for no reason.
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty much. What do you got? What do you think, Joseph Graham, about this legit heat between Riddle and Rollins?
So I read a different story. I guess it was published today, but apparently Seth Rollins isn't too happy with like the disrespect that Riddle has like towards the Goldbergs and all the older vets.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that coming. He's like, just shut up. You're good. You're gonna make your way to the top. Just shut up, pay your dues, and you'll be fine.
There you go.
And I mean, I sort of agree. It's hard to fault Seth on this, especially when you're talking about Seth's wife. I'd do the same thing. Like,
yeah. Mr. Wakeland, what do you think?
I think Adam is reacted in any way any other person would. I mean, if you disrespecting his wife, would you be pissed off? Would the JB be pissed off if somebody disrespected your partner?
I'd knock somebody out.
There you go.
I'd knock out a mother. All right, so let's get to our next step. Of course, we can't really go anywhere with the main event until we do our Joke of the Week, brought to you by Brianna. Joke of the Week.
Primo.
Hey, FN Wrestling Show. It's Bremo here with your joke of the day. I made a new nickname for myself. I named myself Off in Church. Why? Because no one beats Off in Church. Bye for now.
She is getting saltier as she's
got a little bit of a potty mouth on her. Like,
she is getting salty.
Wow.
Is she part sailor or what?
I think so.
She's got to be part sailor.
That was good.
Right. Joke of the week. If you have one and you want to get saltier and saltier as you submit them, you can hit me at FN Podcast or Canada Dry at all FN Wrestling.
Hey, me and Bree did a promo on YouTube yesterday on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, pardon the interruption, but I've got a bone to pick with you, Canada Dry, about that.
What?
You said my show was shitty. I was really, really upset with that.
Well, you see, what I mean by shitty is that Should we start the main event?
Roll the main event.
Yeah, in Canada, shitty means good.
Yes, in Canada. You are the shit. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. You are the shit.
Just roll the main event.
All right, here we go. This is the main event.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Holy Christopher Columbus. What a great intro.
At first, I didn't really get into that song, but even with our main intro and our ending songs, did you just kind of grow on you?
Yeah.
And I love them.
Yeah. So we are going to do, if you can read the little thing on the very bottom scrolling, we are going to talk about All Out. But we are going to do more than just ramble on a bunch of talking heads. We're making predictions. And these predictions are legit predictions. Now, if you're in the AFW Prediction League, there's a good chance that any of us could say something and completely swerve you. So don't take these, but the thing to remember is we are talking about a 50 loony / $50 bet between me and this guy right there, Canada Dry. Yeah, Canada Dry. 50 gold doubloons, either in a loony form or in a George Washington form, is going to be transferred at some point. And so let's go.
Toonies. Even if it's toonies.
So I got a question here. Is the transfer rate taken into effect here, guys? Or is it just straight up like JFB, if you lose, you send $50 and you just get whatever it's transferred to? I mean, what's going on here?
We equate for the adjustment is what we do.
Okay, nice.
So it's 50 Canadian no matter what. So he'll get like $25 or whatever.
Yeah, like $18.37 in American. So all right, let's get to our first match. It is the AAA mixed tag team match. The champions, Tay Conti or Tay Mello, whatever she's going by, and Sammy Guevara versus Ruby Soho and Mr. Ortiz. I'm going to go with Liam Wakeman first. Mr. Liam Wakeman, who are you taking for this match? This is the 0 hour pre-show, by the way.
Yep, absolutely. So first of all,
Liam, I just want to say, I want to hear your shitty opinion.
Well, my shitty opinion is, out of all the matches on the card, this is the one I'm least looking forward to. We've seen it twice. Yeah, it's on the show. I'm going to say Tay and Sammy return.
Okay. All right, Mr. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
All right. I'm also going to say Sammy and Tay Mello retain because I think that AAA doesn't want them to get rid of the titles yet.
Yeah. Mr. Graham, what do you think?
I want to go with we're going to have some new champs. I mean, you got to make this pre-show like worth watching.
Yeah.
They literally announced this match last night.
Yeah.
And like Liam said, this is the third time we've seen this match.
Yep.
Put some stakes on it, make it to where people want to watch the pre-show.
Yeah.
So you're saying if they put 50 loonies on the line, it'd be more.
Yeah.
Someone walked away with a bag of loonies. This is going to be
worth it.
With a bag of loonies at that rate. I'm going to go with Joseph Graham. I'm thinking we've seen this like 18 times in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to go with Soho and I'm going to go with Ortiz. I like that.
Ortiz.
Yeah. This doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Ruby Soho is a bigger name. So
at JFB.
Yes.
This doesn't surprise me because in another league we're in, me and you just stay tied.
Yeah, I know. We can't beat each other. It's constantly a tie in another prediction league, which is, if I'm going to tie anybody, it'd rather be you. than
Hey.
anything else.
You know what they say? Great minds think alike.
There you go. All right, our next match is going
We
to be.
have Bree with her comment here.
I was thinking Sammy going to win, but I speculated that he won already, so it's Ortiz's time. I mean, it's freaking Ortiz. Like, how can you not want to? I love Ortiz. I mean, regardless of the whole issues with Pride and Powerful and what's going on between those two guys in real life, Ortiz is a straight up amazing wrestler as a singles wrestler.
So is he proud or is he powerful?
He's proud. Yeah.
So I thought, why is the other guy being a dick then?
I mean, I think they switch back and forth. I think they're switch hitters. They switch back and forth.
Whoa! Dallas loves them now.
All right, let's go to Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go with. This is a tough one, but I'm going to go with Kingston. I think only because there's no really follow up, for this in terms of like furthering a storyline or anything like that. I think this is a one shot for Ishii. I'm going to go with Kingston. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Kingston on this one.
Okay. And Liam, who are you going with?
I'm going to say Kingston as well.
Wow, we're getting going here. And Mr. Graham.
I'm going to say Kingston, but I must say, like that little 2-minute promo that Eddie did on Rampage last night really put a backstory to it, which is nice to see them representing their match at Capital Collision.
Yeah, I like it. And Brianna, she's joining us, and she's picking Kingston as well. We got two more matches in the pre-show. We have for the FTW title, the world title. We got Hook, son of the Taz, versus Angelo Parker for the FTW. Canada Dry, you go first. Who are you going with?
We're going with the obvious, and I'm pretty sure we're all going with Hook here.
Yeah. Liam, who are you going with?
Hook.
Mr. Graham?
Put me down for Hook with all the confidence points in the world.
I am going with the captain. I'm going with Hook. I don't see why in the world. Angelo Parker, I mean, who? Like, I don't know. He screams enhancement talent to me, and Hook is the hot property right now.
Whoa, what a slam there. He screams. You try to gloss over that you think he's a jobber.
Do we think the FTW title?
Enhancement talent. I would never use the word jobber.
Wow, come on. You nicely slam the crap out of him.
So I've got a little question about this. Do you think the FTW title will become recognized by AEW eventually?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
I mean,
it pretty much is now.
Yeah.
I think it will be forever the unrecognized defended title.
Yeah. It's the official title of AEW.
Yeah, like you'll see it defended, which is great how they're doing it, but it'll always be unrecognized.
Yeah.
I think it should always be a title that's defended on every pay-per-view pre-show.
There you go. I agree too. I completely agree.
The
Let's go to our
7 FTW European Championship.
All right, so let's go to our next match. This is the final match of the pre-show. It is going to be Pac, who is the All-Atlantic, not Pacific champion against Kip Sabian. I'm going to go with Liam on this one first. Liam, who are you going with?
I've got to go for my fellow Brit. I've got to go for Pac to retain. I'm happy that Kip Sabian.
Brett, you Brett.
Oh dear, I'm happy that Kip Sabian's obviously returned. I mean, I love the thing with the box. I think this is going to be an interesting to see how he plays this. But yeah, Pac to return.
Okay.
Should they have a flag match to see which country wins?
It's England either way. Mr. Graham, what do you think?
Yeah, put me down for Pac. I don't see him dropping that title yet. Like, it's his first high-profile AEW defense. He's defended it at other places, but I don't see him dropping the title the first time he's defending it within the company.
I agree. Canada Dry, what do you think?
I do not think that this Kip Sabian Pac thing is over. I think this is the start of it.
Yeah. Okay. So you go.
And obviously, I'm going with Pac.
I don't see this ending anytime soon. And then stay silent. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the trend. I'm going with Pac. I don't see it anytime soon. I mean, Brianna brings up an interesting point. I don't think he's there to just lose. I think he's there to further a storyline.
Oh, but Angelo Parker is.
Yeah.
It's an unrecognized title. Canada Dry.
God damn it. All right. Now we're going to go to our next match. We're going to go into the main show. This is the pay-per-view that you have to pay to watch. The JFB paid it. Canada Dry, he paid it. Everybody's going to be watching this on Sunday. We are talking Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm going to go with Joseph Graham first. Joseph Graham, who are you going with?
Wardlow and FTR.
Yeah.
I just wish Motor City was around longer. I would love to see a match between them and Motor City and FTR, Motor City and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Motor City and the Lucha Brothers. That would just all matches I want to see.
FTR is winning. Brianna, I got you down. I'm going to put you down for this. I'm going to go with Wardlow as well versus and FTR. Here's the reason why. I don't think it has anything to do with Motor City, the Motor City Machine Guns. I think, in all honesty, it has to do with just Jay Lethal. He's just not the same Jay Lethal he was 5 years ago. I think this is going to run into a Ring of Honor return with Motor City Machine Guns versus FTR for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, because let's just face facts. There ain't, and when you talk about the history of tag teams, Motor City Machine Guns is one of the top 3 of all time. I mean, there was a 5-6 year stretch where nobody could touch them, Oh, Canada Dry. Who are you going with?
Who did you go with?
I went with Wardlow and FTR. I think.
Okay, so I'm going to switch it up here.
Oh.
And I'm going to go FTR and Wardlow.
Okay. Son of a bitch. You and your common sense.
Me and my effing logic. Live long and prosper, my friend.
All right. Liam, who are you going with?
I'm going to have to say Wardlow and FTR as well, but I think this match might be a surprise one. I think it could be the match of the night. I'm going to say that right now.
I will. I'll agree with you on that. I think this steals the show. So let's go to our next match. We're talking about Ricky Starks, and he is going to be competing against Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Canada Dry first. Canada Dry, who are you going with? Starks or Hobbs?
Oh, since I know what Joseph Graham's going with. Oh no, that wasn't Joseph who said that. That was Byron Hitton who said that. Yeah. I'm going with. I got to go with my boy Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
the guy has to continue this climb that he's making. He's a star.
Yeah. Liam, who are you going with?
I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say Hobbs. I think he's going to get a surprising win here.
Oh, going against bucking the trend here.
Look at this. Look at Bree.
Yeah, Ricky Starks may lose against Powerhouse Hobbs.
Okay, but you sound like you're on the fence, Bree. You got to pick one.
Yeah, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. Who are you going with, Mr. Graham?
This is one of the matches I had a hard time picking.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm going with Ricky Starks.
Okay.
But with that said, I don't think this is over. I think they could maybe stretch us out to Grand Slam in New York.
Yeah.
Maybe just have
Okay.
Powerhouse just attack them after the match, or Wednesday night on Dynamite, just do something.
Yeah. I'm going against the Colonials. I am joining my brotherhood in England. I am going with Powerhouse Hobbs, and here's the reason why. Hobbs has more to gain from a win than Ricky Starks does. Ricky Starks is going to get that push. He's going to shoot to the moon. There's no doubt about it. You got to book Hobbs. He's a monster, and he has the chance to be a monster heel. I think what's going to happen is he's gonna hate the fact that the Nightmare Factory is going to try to interfere. He's going to prevent it. But I think Hobbs has to get the win. I think it's more prudent for him to get the win than Ricky Starks right now. So let's go to our next match, and there's going to be let's go to our trios match here. House of Black versus Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting. I'm going to go with let's go with Joseph Graham first. Joseph Graham, who are you going with?
Miro, Sting, and Darby.
Yeah.
I think Miro needs that push. I mean, if all the rumors are true that I don't know if Malachi Black's back is fully healed.
Yeah.
So they can definitely hide him in the trios match.
Yeah.
Plus, Sting just doesn't lose. I mean, it's Sting.
Well, he doesn't sell moves. He no sells moves too as well. So
yeah, very true.
Liam, who are you going with?
I'm gonna have to agree with Joseph Graham on this one. I think Sting, Darby, and Miro. Sting never loses. I mean, that's all we've got to say.
Yeah, I agree. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
Oh, this one's tough, right?
Yeah. Not really.
I'm going to go with the House of Black.
Wow. Canada Dry.
House of Black needs a bit of a win, I think. I think they, especially with these rumors going on, you gotta put a W on Mr. Black.
Wow. Great googly schmoogly. I am going with the easy one. I think the problem with House of Black, and now apparently the news coming out is Malachi Black's asking for his release from AEW. I don't see them giving the win. Miro's been gone for 8 months. I mean, this guy's been shooting a movie or murdering a family in Nashville. I don't know what he's been doing, but he's been gone for 8 months. They need to get him back on the right track. So I think it's going to be.
You know, these 6-man matches, they don't cost each wrestler as much with a loss.
That's true. You are correct.
You're not losing as badly. You're barely losing even.
Yeah,
because you can take a loss.
American blame Darby Allin and Sting for losing.
Exactly. So you can take a loss. Like Miro can take a loss and still have a good feud with Malachi Black.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
Real quick before we move on, though, with Malachi, like the story is like he's having a lot of mental health. So guys, take care of yourself.
Yeah,
it's important.
Yeah,
don't sit there and try and man up and push through. Like, it's 2022, guys.
Yeah.
Talk to someone if you need to.
All you got to do is call me. JFB is always here. Always here to talk. Let's go to the tag team match for tag team championships, AEW's tag team championships. Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaim with the Sesame Daddy. I'm going to go first. I am going to go with Swerve. Only reason why is because there is absolutely no build-up to this match. Who gives a rat's ass if Swerve wins or loses? Because there's nothing at stake. It's just they kind of threw 2 African-American tag teams and are hoping that, it's a big deal. It's not really. I mean, it's 2022. Let's be realistic. There's no build-up to this match. They just kind of threw it together at the last minute. So I'm going with Swerve. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
You mean there's nothing on the line? The tag team championships are on the line.
It's not FTR.
Yeah, if it would be very silly to change the belts at this point.
Yeah.
This is just to reward the Acclaim for their popularity.
Yeah.
I hate to say that it's because they're black.
Yeah.
But they are very popular too. So,
yeah. All right.
And they're going to have to contend eventually. So this is a good place. This is a good place for them to lose and to eventually climb the ranks again later.
Okay. Liam, who are you going with?
I'm going to have to say Swerve as well. There's no build up to it. I think that's all I've got on that one, to be fair.
All right, Mr. Graham, who are you going with?
Going the same. Going with Swerve.
Yeah.
I hope after Sunday night, I hope a lot of champions just get a hard reset and get focused and give Swerve in Our Glory a legitimate story. And unfortunately, the only legitimate story is FTR.
Yeah. And
that's what everyone wants to see.
Yeah, and you got to get them off of Rampage.
Okay. So
Yeah,
do we want FTR to beat Swerve in Your Glory? Or do you want
Yes.
someone else to
Yes.
beat them?
Even if it's only for I've always been a big fan of Ultimo Dragon when he won all those cruiserweight titles.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
So-
misunderstanding me. Do we want Swerve in Your Glory to be the team that they beat to get all those belts?
Yeah.
Or
I
do
mean,
you want it to be
let's
the
not
Young
make it
Bucks?
a race thing, but let's make it a wrestling thing. Yeah, I mean, FTR needs to get those belts. And if it's at the expense of Swerve in Our Glory, that's fine because you can build that match as a breakup between Swerve and Our Glory, where Swerve and what's his face get into a singles rivalry.
I hate to break it to you guys, but I don't think that they will have those belts until next year.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm writing
Because
Canada Dry on drugs.
no, do you know why? Do you know why? Because Tony Khan likes the long game. We all know that Tony Khan likes the long game.
Yeah.
And this is the long game. That's why he's doing it. He's like, okay, so they're already on top of the world.
Yeah.
We don't need to shoot our load right away.
Yeah.
We can wait a bit. And
I mean, but to be fair, it's why you should do it. No one would expect it. Like you said,
no, but there's nowhere to go after that.
Sure there is. I mean, it's FTR. They can go anywhere. Like you said, there's Motor City Machine.
Anticipation. This is what wrestling is supposed to be. It's this long, drawn out. Come on, when is it?
The anticipation is FTR versus the Bucks 3.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? All the wrestling fans are spoiled brats right now, wanting it right now. And this is just another one of those cases.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm spoiled. Leave me alone, Canada. Okay.
I'm not specifically talking to you. I'm speaking to all the internet community.
I know what I want.
He knows what he likes. Let him like what he likes. All right, let's get to our next match. We're going to go with the Casino Ladder match. We have Claudio, Penta, Rey Fenix, Andrade, Rush, Yuta, Dante Martin, and the Joker. There's like no buildup for this, other than the fact that pretty much except for Claudio, all of the rest of these guys have been beating the crap out of each other. Let's go with Liam first. Who do you think is going to win the ladder match?
I'm going to say it's the Joker because I think this is going to lead to a bigger match with the main event.
Cool. And who's the Joker?
It's the only person I can see me is going to be MJF. I mean, there's reports that it was coming back to AEW. Yeah, I really think this is where we're going to bring him back. And as I mentioned earlier, the main event will have a key thing with that.
There you go. All right, Joseph Graham, who are you going with?
I'm going with the Joker, but don't have it as MJF because I think that would be the most lazy booking in the world if that's how he brought MJF back. Yeah. Very predictable, very boring.
Yeah.
But I think the Joker, I'm going for Joe.
You going for who?
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Canada Dry.
No, Canada Dry. JFB, you go.
Okay, I'm going to go. I think it's the Joker as well, and I think it's MJF. I mean, we're at a point now where he's out of the zeitgeist. He now it goes from holy crap, is he legitimately fired from AEW to when's this guy coming back? I think it's MJF is the Joker, so that's who I'm going with. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
All right, I'm thinking it's the Joker.
Yeah.
And MJF is a lovely idea.
Yeah.
But Tony Khan is promising debuts at the show.
Yeah.
So Who could it be? Who's available? Who's out there still?
I mean, Bray Wyatt.
Is there anyone other than Bray that's not ready to sign?
I mean, there's some, Alex Hammerstone. Well, I mean, it's got to be somebody that's either going to be related in some way.
Is Hammerstone available?
Not really.
No.
I don't think there's really anyone out there that could live up to the hype of a debut at All Out.
Someone in New Japan, maybe? Could it be anyone from New Japan?
I mean, he could. Very well.
Kota Ibushi?
Yeah. I mean, he's free. I mean, he's not associated with New Japan anymore. He's a free agent.
Oh,
Could
he's not.
he? Yeah,
He's a
could.
free agent now.
Yeah.
Oh, he could be signed.
Yeah. So it could be
That would
Cody.
be huge.
You gonna put that down as your Joker guess?
No, I'll go MJF. I'll have to say that.
Oh my God, you son of a bitch! Oh, Canada Dry. That's the reason why I love you, brother. That is it right there. All right, let's go to Jade Cargill versus Athena. I'm going to go first. I'm going to go with Jade Cargill. She needs to lose at some point and it needs to be to a big name, but I think that big name is Sasha Banks. I know there's talk that she's signed with WWE. Until she appears in the ring, I don't buy it. And so it's got to be someone else, Lady Frost. It's got to be someone bigger than Athena. I'm not a fan of Athena, or I wasn't when she was in WWE. That's why I'm going with Jade. I'm picking Jade Cargill. Joseph Graham, you go next.
I'm going with Athena.
Okay. Liam?
I'm going to say Athena as well.
Jeez, I feel like I'm the odd duck here. Canada Dry, do I even have to ask?
I'm going with Athena.
Yeah, I figured that much. Damn it. Now you make me either I got the biggest upset of the night or I just lost $50 right there.
Well, you don't go breaking someone's wings. Like, you break my wings, I'm coming for you.
I know.
JFB, like, I know you're big on Sasha, but she's back on the WWE homepage under Superstars. So,
well, it could be it could be a ploy. It could be a
ploy.
It
could be a fake Sasha and a fake Naomi.
Like a fake Razor and Diesel.
They recruit you like, hey, we have your name on the scoreboard and we have your highlight reel, and this is what it's going to look like when you play for us. That's what it could
Wouldn't that actually be funny if they did a fake Naomi? And
no, I think the backlash that they would catch would be immeasurable. Honestly,
I would love it though. It would still I need popcorn for that.
All right, so we got Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy. Joseph Graham, you go first. Who are you going with?
I'm going with Christian, with Luchasaurus finally coming back and just breaking all of our hearts and turning on Jungle Boy.
Yeah. Liam?
I'm going to say exactly what Joe said.
Okay. Canada Dry?
Christian, at last, you're on your own.
With Luchasaurus.
You're on your own, but with a big, huge 7-foot dinosaur. I'm going to go with Christian Cage. I think that it just makes more sense because I think this rivalry and the story is not done yet. Let's go to the Lionheart, Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson. Liam, you go first. Who are you going with?
So, out of all the matches, this is the one I was torn with because you could go either way, but I think Brian's going to get the win.
Yeah. Okay. Canada Dry, you go next.
I'm going to think on this for a bit. Can you come back?
Okay, I'm going to go next. I'm going to go with Bryan Danielson as well. Nothing against Jericho, but Jericho's hurt. He's had to postpone a lot of shows for Fozzy because of this lingering injury. It's going to be a schmoz finish, but ultimately it's going to be Jericho is. It's going to be a schmoz finish. I think it's Bryan Danielson. Mr. Joseph Graham, who are you going with?
I'm going with Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
I think there's more out of Danielson winning.
Yeah.
And I think he can still apply that pressure for Garcia to leave and come join us. Come be the professional wrestler that you are.
Yep. There you go. All right, Canada Dry, guys. Piss or get off the pot.
This might save you from your horrible Jade pick there. Because I have to go out on a limb and I have to go with my boy Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Because of this Daniel Garcia stuff going on.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho, he got the Bryan Danielson knee.
Yeah.
And he was humiliated 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
His last match was a loss to Mox for the World Championship.
True. Very true.
So he kind of needs this. It's looking bad for him if he doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, at the same time, you also got to remember Danielson wants that revenge for him being taken out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but Brian can afford the loss a little bit more right now.
Yeah.
Eh,
Okay.
I disagree. I think Jericho can. Like, Jericho is Teflon. No one's ever gonna.
Well, come on.
He's lost his like hungry hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta. You know what? The problem with AEW right now is their heel game is kind of low.
Yeah.
They don't have really top heels right now.
It don't matter. Their top heel's coming back here.
Yeah,
On
they
Sunday
need the
night.
top heel back for sure.
Yeah, it's MJF. He's going to be the top heel.
Yeah. Let's go to our next match. It's the Trios Championship. We're going to go with the Elite versus the Dark Order with Hangman Page from last night's win. Joseph Graham, you go first. Who are we going with?
Oh, I'm going with the Elite.
Of course.
Come on now. TK has said, I'm waiting for
Kenny Omega.
Kenny to come back before we do the Trios titles. There's no way you're not putting these titles on Kenny and the Bucks.
Yeah. Liam, you're gonna stray from the pack?
Yes, I am. I'm going to say Page and the Dark Order because, and I do have a little bit of a theory with this.
Okay.
I think Adam O'Reilly and possibly Roderick Strong attack the Elite. You mentioned obviously debuts. I think possibly Roderick Strong.
Well, is Strong? Is he available?
I think he is.
Yeah, I think he is too as well. Yeah.
The Magician, I hate to poke a hole in your theory, but Kyle O'Reilly just had neck fusion surgery, so I don't think he's doing anything anytime soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's best of my bubble.
Too late. You picked it. You can't switchies. No switchies.
All right, Canada Dry. Who you going with?
I am going with the obvious choice, Kenny Omega and the Elite.
Okay. I'm gonna, you know what? I mean, I would love to be the one that joins Liam and says, "Hey, what the hell? Screw
No,
this."
you're not going to be.
I'm not. It's going to be the Elite. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see the Dark Order because I think they've been so stagnant as a group and a faction with losing members and all this other stuff. The once proud faction of the Dark Order is no longer that anymore. But it'd just be crazy not to do it. So.
Hey, Liam.
What?
Are you worried you're going to fall? Because that limb you're out on is going to break.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to our second to last match. We are talking about the interim women's championship. We are talking about Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida for the interim, for the ability to say that I'm the temporary champion of AEW. I am going to go first. I am going with, I don't know. I want to go Britt Baker, but I have a feeling it's going to be Shida. I don't know why, or Toni Storm. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to pick yet. Ken Dry, you go first.
All right. So Hayter and Britt are going to have a kerfuffle.
Yeah.
And Hayter and Britt are going to start a feud after this.
Yeah.
And Shida will take the pin.
Yeah.
With leaving Toni Storm, your new interim champion. And then she beats the female Shawn Michaels and becomes the real world champion.
Okay. Mr. Graham, who do you think?
I'm going with Jamie Hayter.
Okay. Interesting. And Mr. Liam.
I'm going to have to say Toni Storm on this one. I think that's the most logical one.
Yeah. I really want Jamie Hayter to win something. She is a phenom of a champion, but you got to go with story. I think Storm gets it, but and I'm going to make my call here because Canada Dry put some balls up to the wall and said that it was going to be Shida. I say it's Britt Baker that takes the pin. I think she eats the pin.
Because of Hayter, maybe?
Yeah, because of Hayter, yeah. I think Hayter costs...
Wouldn't that be a fun feud, though, Hayter and Britt?
That'd be a great freaking rivalry. Are you kidding me? I paid $20 to see that. Hell, I'm paying
$21.
So let's get to our final match. Of course, it is for the crown for the glory. It is for the marbles. We're talking the champion, Jon Moxley, taking on the rapscallion who hasn't wrestled in 7 years with a broken foot. We're talking about CM Punk. I'm going to go with Joseph Graham first. Joseph Graham, who takes the win?
CM Punk.
Punk. All right.
And then I think this is where we'll see MJF.
You already said he's coming for the.
All right. Liam, who are you going with?
I'm going to say Punk as well. I think the MJF versus Punk feud is not over by a long shot.
There you go. Canada Dry, who are you going with?
If God is good.
Yeah.
So I don't think he lets fools like Jon Moxley run around with championships for very long.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm going to go with CM Punk.
Okay.
And my hate for Mox isn't real. I just don't want him as the champion.
I know. I got you. I see where you're coming from. I got what you're saying. I can't go against the group here. There's
Especially
something
when you're wearing a CM Punk shirt.
and I got a CM Punk shirt too as well. So I mean that just doesn't make any sense. Why in the hell would I'm going with CM Punk? I just think that there's still rivalry with him and MJF. I think Moxley doesn't have anybody, and the Moxley Punk rivalry just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Both of them are kind of hardwired as the outlaw tweeners, and so I just don't think that it is going to do it. So, all right, that's our show.
Hey, can I have 1 minute to do a little fantasy booking for you guys? See what you think.
Do it.
So this has been burning a hole in my brain for a good 3 weeks now.
Okay.
So at All Out, we have CM Punk.
Yeah.
He wins the title.
Yeah.
MJF comes out, doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
He opens up Dynamite and I want the title, something to that effect. But Tony Khan comes out and says, wins mean something. You're not just going to vault to the front. So from next week until Full Gear, MJF goes on a tear, wins the Eliminator tournament.
Okay.
And then he wins the title clean at Revolution. And then for the rest of the year, I want MJF to have that title, and it's just a frantic race to get the title off of him before he kayfabe leaves to go to WWE.
Oh.
Where during that year, you build up someone to be the top guy to take down MJF.
That is awesome.
I mean, with that said, it's probably not going to happen. But, I mean,
Tony Khan watches the show.
It makes MJF, and it allows you to make someone else. I've been thinking about it, and if this happened a couple months ago, I'd be make Powerhouse Hobbs that guy.
Yeah.
But now that he's a full-fledged heel, it doesn't quite work. But
I'm digging it. I like it. All right. That's the final word. Ding, ding, ding. That's a home run right there. All right, guys, that's our show. What can I say? All Out, one of the big pay-per-views in wrestling, regardless of promotion. It's going to be a huge match. It's a stacked card. I think everybody and their grandmother is wrestling. So all I got to say is if you want to be part of effing wrestling, whether you're in the prediction league, whether you want to figure out what's going on in our worlds, we post on social media all the time. You go to our website, effingwrestling.com, scroll all the way down, see those little bars with those little icons, click on those. You can reach me, the JFB at Effing Podcast, Canada Dry at All Effing Wrestling. You can hit Mr. Wakeland at Effing Magician. You can interact with us. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. You can go to YouTube. Our links are there as well. If you like swag, I can't show our shirt because I'm not wearing our shirt. But
this one,
Canada Dry's got one too. Franklin's got one. It is called ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling, where you can get all of your effing wrestling swag. If you want to be part of the AFW movement, we are one of the world's best prediction leagues. You can join us. Dally is our general manager. You can get in contact with him. just go to our website and then go to the link. It sends you right to the AFW page. Sign up because season 3 starts pretty much right after All Out is when season 3.
Well, we got the Effies. We got me and Liam. We're doing the Effie Awards.
Yeah,
which is going to be live.
Yeah, we got the Effies. We got some Hall of Fame news coming up relatively soon. So with that being said, like I said, ProWrestlingTees.com. Go to our website, FN Wrestling. Canada Dry. Was Hogan shocked at all that he's not on the AEW All Out card? I mean,
well, he went on a rant about how he's banned for life and it's bullshit, and he should be able to come and go to any wrestling promotion whenever he wants because he's Hulk Hogan. Damn it! Yeah. And I just let him. I held the phone. For a good 10 minutes, just letting him go off. And then I finally was like, so when am I coming on the show at the end? So after all that, he still gets a point because he wants to come on the show at some point. So we're trying to work it out. I told him to call JFB and he's going to call you and he's going to get it. So that's FN Wrestling 607, Hulk Hogan 9-ish.
I think it's
anyways. Remember, just keep fighting.
All right, here, turn it to music.
This has been an FN Worldwide Media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/FN Wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/FN Wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, FNWrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.